Once on a very dark, cold night there lived the Nicholls family. They were a kind-hearted, happy family. Their house was quite grand, but there was only one thing about their house. Their house was a haunted house. The story begins with all the Nicholls family fast asleep in their warm, cozy beds. During the night when the clock struck midnight, a silvery white ghost appeared. After the ghost appeared, he yowled a very spooky sound. Whenever he yowled that sound, lightning struck. Even though the sounds were so loud, the family were still asleep. Well asleep except for two, Molly and Holly, the 9-year-old twins. The twins were very adventurous. They decided to find what was making that spooky sound. They jumped out of bed and started looking. First they looked under their beds, then behind the clock and all around the house, but they couldn't find where the yowling was coming from. They looked outside, but they still couldn't find where the noise was coming from. Eventually they gave up. Holly said, "If we saw whatever that spooky thing was, should we have told them off?" Molly replied, "Yes, definitely." They silently crept back to bed. In the morning, Holly and Molly heard a crying sound coming from outside. The girls politely asked if they could go outside. Their mom replied, "Of course you can, so long as you get dressed first." "We will, Mom," they said, running up the stairs, flinging off their pajamas along the way. After the twins got dressed, they quickly raced outside to the grassy garden. Suddenly they came to a stop when they were face to face with a crying ghost. Molly said bravely, "Ooh, what's the matter?" while shaking. "Are you all right?" "I keep scaring people, but all I want to do is to help," said the ghost sadly. Holly said, "I've got an idea. Our dad is an excellent inventor, I'm sure he can help." "Great," said the ghost. "I'm glad you found me." All the three decided to meet after the girls had told Dad what had been going on. The girls found Dad busy tinkering in the cellar, making new fantastic inventions like he always did. Dad said, "I'm making a no spooky sound medicine." Well, what a coincidence. Molly asked Dad if she could borrow it, and off the girls went, carefully clutching the medicine, making sure they didn't spill a drop. They gave the ghost the medicine. He trusted the girls by drinking it all up. That night, the ghost went back to the Nicholls family house, tried to make a spooky noise, but it didn't happen. He knew that the medicine had worked. The ghost was so thankful for the twins' help, he silently floated into the girls' bedroom and whispered, "Thank you." But wait, later the family were asleep and the ghost was cured, so who just made that yowl?